What's up everyone, this is Ryan here. Today I'm going to do a talking video on the Craftsman compact blower. Now as you can see, it will be used again this weekend because I know this guy's going to die this weekend because you can see it's already got it's only got one bar left of the battery and you can see this is a CMCB L0100 and it's just a pretty nice looking blower in my opinion. But you can see this is a CMCB 204 battery, you can see it because this is a 400 battery, you can see because well, I expected this thing to get used almost quite a bit because you can see how much I expected this thing's going to get. It will get used against us this weekend because you can tell this thing's going to get used no matter what because you can see how much of it I expected this machine to get used almost like quite a bit of times because you can see how much I expected this thing to get. But I do like this thing a lot because you can see how much of I expected this machine's going to get used almost like no matter what in my opinion, but you can see how much I expected this thing to get. So it will get used again this weekend because I promise this thing will get used again this weekend because you can see how much of I expected this machine's been. Well, I mean, we expected how much of I expected this machine's acting. Well, not exactly because you can see how much I expected this thing's acting, but it will get used again this weekend because you can see this is a pretty nice looking blower in my opinion. But you can see it's just how much of I expected this machine's acting. I mean, it blows like I don't know, so since like the minute you can see because you can see how much I expected this thing's acting because you had to store it indoors because if you don't, because it would actually would just get wet inside the thing because you can see how much expected this thing. But it will get used again this weekend because you can see how much expected this thing exactly. We can see, but I mean, it did get used last weekend exactly because you see how much of it expected this machine's been used almost like quite a bit of times because you can see how much of it expected this thing exactly. So it will get used again this weekend because you can see how much expected it. But this boy, he's gonna get used no matter what because I do like the same one because you can see how much expected this thing exactly because it will get used again this weekend. And I promise that this thing will get used again this year because, well, I mean, we expected that the message thing exactly was going to get used almost by quite a bit because, well, I mean, we expected how this machine's going to get used almost quite a bit because you can see how much of it expected this thing's like, but it will get used again this weekend, and this is a pretty nice looking blower.